Welcome back to Axis Anime. My name is Henshin Ikeda, and today I'll be doing a walkthrough review of Maoyuu Maou Yuusha episode 12. Now, if you remember from last episode, we find out the Azeroth demons have approached the Winter King territory, 1,500 strong. Are you kidding me? Okay, think about it. The Winter King, he's fighting both the Church and the Central Nations, and now he has to deal with the Azeroth demons? I don't think so. Now, Yuusha does speak up and tell the Winter King, I got this. Are you sitting down? You ready for this? This is how Yuusha has got this. He tells the Winter King, I'm not going to harm the demons, but he's got this. Cricket, cricket. Are you fucking kidding me? These are the Azeroth demons. They're the top ranking demons in the demon world, and you're not going to harm them. What are you going to do? Make peace? Smoke some pipes? That ain't going to work. These guys are here for blood. They're ready. And you say you got this, but you're not going to harm them? Yuusha, I hope you got an ace up your sleeve, buddy, because you know what? You're fucking crazy. Now, moving on past that, we're taking to a little cutscene with Mao. Now, Mao's been consumed by the former Demon King spirits. So, Mao's not even in control of her body. She's being consumed by dark, evil presence of the former Demon Kings. So, Mao has now turned evil, but not by her own accord, of course. She's being controlled. So, don't blame Mao, blame the former Demon Kings. So it's not looking good for her right now. However, at the end of the episode, we're taking to a little cutscene with the Mage. That's right, one of Yuusha's companions, the Mage, and she runs into Yuusha in the human world and tells Yuusha, I got this. Go save Mao. She's being consumed by former Dark Kings, well, former Demon Kings. Dark Kings is what I like to call them because I like to make fun of them because we don't even know who the hell these guys are or what they look like. But sorry, I digress. Again, the Mage tells Yuusha, go save Mao, close the gate, and save Mao, and that's what he does. He leaves the Azeroth demons to the Mage. And again, that's where the episode ends. And I'll have my final thought rating at the end of the clip, so stay tuned. But let's dive right on in. So we open up this episode with the Mage, and somehow she has defeated the Azeroth demons. She didn't kill them, she transported them elsewhere. Something like that. I'm like, really? Anyways, we open up this episode with the Mage, and she's back at the Winter King's estate. So after the Mage defeats the Azeroth demons, she heads to the Winter King's territory to talk with the Winter King and everyone else. And she's telling them about what Yuusha's up to, and then she's being asked what was happening in general by other people. Now, the Mage tells everyone that Mao has ordered everyone to exterminate the smallpox. So wait. Mao has told the Mage to tell everyone that she orders everyone to exterminate smallpox? She orders. Who the hell is Mao to order anyone? No one knows that she's the Demon King. No one. Except for Yuusha and anyone that's close to her, of course. So I thought that was kind of funny. And to exterminate the smallpox? How? Oh, it gets better. Apparently the Mage has a scroll that's in her hat with details on, I guess, the ingredients to exterminate the smallpox. And while she's pulling out the scroll, she tells everyone that, by the way, I'm a demon, or something else. Oh, what? Oh, you something else? Okay, so you're not a demon, you're not a human, you're something else. But she says she's a demon, or something else. So she could be a demon, or something else. Like what? I'm curious. What's this something else? I'm sorry, something else? There's something more than a demon and a human in this particular anime series? Oh, do share. Okay, but moving on past that, we're taking to Iron Country. Yeah, remember the former Gate City commander? He's by himself. His cavalry has been defeated. He's wandering in Iron Country, killing guards. He now looks like a guard. He's infiltrated that one building with the printing press that Mao was using to print out all those little books and whatnot, the articles. Yeah, so you have the former Gate City commander. He's right in front of the printing press, and he's got both the maids. Yeah, the little girl, the sisters, he has them. Doesn't look good for them. However, we are taking to a little cutscene with Yuusha. He is in the demon world, and he claims Mao's body for himself. So he's basically telling the demons that are inside of Mao's body that Mao belongs to him, and he belongs to Mao, and they just don't understand with what's happening. It's like, wait a minute. This hero belongs to the Demon King, and the Demon King belongs to the hero. This just is not right. These spirits inside of Mao don't understand what the fuck's going on, and eventually Mao snaps out of it. That's right, Mao is back, and the demons that are inside of her are gone. So Mao, she's back. She's back. That was kind of nice. Now moving on past that, we're taken back to Iron Country with the former Gate City commander, and he's pushing the maids around and he's about to kill them. He's about to, and then a soldier appears. He jumps right in and he saves them. So we have this soldier fighting the former Gate City commander. Kind of ironic, really, just where we're at right now. But moving on past that, we are taken to another cutscene with Mao, and Mao is basically healing the head maid. If you remember correctly, Mao, when she was being controlled, sliced off one of the head maid's arms, and now we see Mao healing the head maid's arm. So the head maid now has her arm back. That wasn't the dramatic build-up. No one fucking cares. I don't. But again, the head maid, she is back, and she doesn't have any scars, so she's good. She's good to go. Now Yuusha is actually updating Mao on what's happening with the battle, with where everyone's at right now. So that was kind of nice. However, moving on past that, we're taken to the battlefield. Where are we? Here's the battlefield. You have the church, the central nations. What's up? What's their next plan? So apparently the generals are up on the opposing side. And what I mean by that is we're on the battlefield, and all the generals on the opposing side, which are on the church and the central nations, they're talking. They're arguing on who's going to get the southern territory once they defeat the southern territory. And they're not paying any attention to their army. Yeah, these guys, these bigwigs, these generals, are just talking about who's going to get control over the southern territory. They're not paying attention to their armies. It's like, wait a minute. Their armies are barely getting fed, and they're getting fed up with what the hell's happening. Like, why are these soldiers fighting? What are they fighting for? And again, these generals are overlooking that. And I thought that was funny. I mean, these generals, their armies are falling to pieces, and they don't even notice. Now, we are thrown with a little bit of information about the mercenaries. Yeah, these mercenaries from the central nations and the church, they're talking, and guess what? They don't agree with what's happening, and instead of starving, they break off from the army and they start attacking on their own accord. So these mercenaries are doing their own thing now, and I thought it was hilarious. But the nun has noticed, and she is ready. Now we are taken to a little cutscene. We're back in the Iron Country. Yes, we see the soldier versus the former Gate City commander, and it's an interesting little fight. And the soldier's sword breaks. That's right, the soldier, which should have won by all means, his sword breaks, and the former Gate City commander has the upper hand. And this soldier, he is bleeding, and he's about to die. However, he has what appears to be metal bracelets on his arms, which stop the sword of the former Gate City commander. And this soldier grabs onto the former Gate City commander, and they fall. They're falling like down, like they fall downward. And it's hilarious because I'm like, I didn't see this coming. However, we are taken to another cutscene. I'm like, I'm getting sick of these cutscenes. I mean, we barely have time to see what's really happening within the episode. It's just going cut, 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 cut. It's like it's so much to boggle within the mind, in my opinion. But sorry, I digress. We are taken to a little cutscene on the battlefield. I know, now we're on the battlefield. We see the nun, and she's attacking the mercenaries. I know, apparently the captain is splitting his forces up. So you have this captain of the mercenaries. He's splitting his forces up to deal with the nun. Like, okay, that's a good strategy. Now the nun, she keeps splitting her forces up to deal with this captain's forces, which are splitting up. Do you see what's happening? So the nun is basically splitting up the captain of this mercenaries group's army up to even smaller. So what is the nun really doing? She's doing guerrilla warfare. Yeah, she's picking off the cavalry one by one as she's splitting up their army even more. It makes perfect sense, and I love it. However, moving on past that, we're back in Iron Country. Yeah, and guess what? The former Gate City commander is defeated? Yeah, the former Gate City commander, which we really don't know what his real name is, by the way, so it's annoying saying that. But anyways, the former Gate City commander is defeated. He is dead. And the soldier, where is he at? Did he fall to his doom? Is he dead? He's hanging on the chains. I know, right? So the soldier, he's alive. Plain and simple. Now, moving on past that, we're on the battlefield yet again. And I know, just as the nun was about to plan her next move, I know, because remember, the nun was taking out all the mercenaries. We're on the battlefield, and she's taking out all the mercenaries. And just as she was about to plan her next move, snow starts to fall. Now, if you remember correctly, the Winter King, his strategy was to avoid going to war as much as possible until the snow kicks in. Well, guess what? The snow has kicked in. I know, perfect timing, right? Now the church, yeah, they have a deal set in place with the Azeroth demons. Like, wait a minute, the church has a deal set in place with the Azeroth demons? When did this happen? Well, wait a minute, the church opposes the demons and they're making deals with the demons now? Okay, this just does not feel good. Apparently, when the church wins, the Azeroth demons are going to be getting territory. So once the church and the Central Nations win, I guess the church is going to give the Azeroth demons territory in the human world? What? So now the church are heretics? Yeah, how the fuck does that work out? Now apparently the snow has caused their armies to retreat, so the church and the Central Nations have retreated because of the snow. I know, right? Now the demons are playing the role as the bad guys right now. So wait a minute, the demons, the Azeroth demons are getting paid by the church to be the bad guys? And what do they get out of this? Okay, the demons get territory from the church. I'm sorry. This is just hurting my head thinking about this. So the church are actually the bad guys even more than what they thought Mao was? God, this just stinks right now. Now here's the general plan from the church's perspective, because of the church and the demon allies, is to start a third crusade of the Holy Key. So that's the plan between the church and the Azeroth demons. They want to start a third crusade for the Holy Key. Really? Oh my god, this is like a recap of what already happened. I cannot stand this, really. I mean, they want to slay the Demon King and they want to recapture Gate City. That's the end result. I'm not liking that one damn bit. That's a horrible plan. Now, the church, they have a secret plan. The church, are you sitting down for this? The church, they have a secret plan. They have guns. So the church, they have guns. Apparently, Mao hired someone in Iron Country to make these weapons, these guns. How and why? So Mao is responsible for hiring someone to make these guns, but she forgot about them, and now the church has their grubby paws into them. Damn, that sucks. That really does suck. That's a page turner. So we're taking to another little cutscene with Mao, and she's now officially the Demon King. Yet again, her license has been renewed, and she's addressing her people in the demon world. And she calls Yuusha her loyal sword and general. Yeah, the Black Knight. I'm like, are you kidding me? Your loyal sword? I started laughing. I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, so Mao's addressing all of her supporters in the demon world, not the human world. And you have Yuusha dressed up in this black demonic armor, and you're addressing all of your supporters, you know, as the loyal, faithful Demon King, and telling everyone, this is your new general. Yeah, the Black Knight. He is my right-hand man. God, that is so fucking hilarious. You've got the hero as your bitch. Does it get any better than that? Oh yeah, it gets a lot better. Yeah, they do a little flashy scene with Yuusha. Yuusha comes in and he does a huge flashy scene, you know, to grab the crowd's attention. He's like, I'm your new general and whatnot. I'm like, oh god. And you're like, okay, does it get any sadder than this? No, it gets better. Yuusha, instead of doing something even more weaker or pathetic to grab the crowd's attention, destroys the mountaintop. That definitely grabs their attention. So this is Yuusha. He comes in with a shitty pose. It's like, you know what? I gotta change this. So he uses his magical abilities to destroy the mountaintop. And you know what? It works. The crowd loves him, and they fear him because now he's the new general, the Black Knight. It's a good title. Hope it sticks, buddy. Now moving on past that, we find out Mao, she called for a Korlata. I'm like, what the hell is a Korlata? So yeah, Mao, she calls for a Korlata with all of her chiefs. So she wants to talk with all of her chiefs, and the people, okay, they think it's about war. They think Mao is calling all of her chiefs, all of her generals up for war, to get ready for the biggest goddamn battle you've ever seen, like the Third World War there. I'm like, okay, but that's not what she wants to talk with them about. She's like, okay, just go with it. Okay, yeah, that's what I want to see him about. Okay. Yeah, that makes perfect sense, right? She keeps digging herself a grave, and it's hilarious. Now, I should point out the nun, Yeah, she's explaining to Mao how she gave her sword to Yuusha. So after Mao is done in the demon world, she goes back to the human world, and Mao is talking with the nun, and the nun is telling Mao, yeah, I gave Yuusha my sword. And Mao thinks, wait a minute, you slept with Yuusha? No, 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 that's not what she meant. And she tries to ratify what she said. No, I gave him my loyalty, my armor, my soul, my support, and my body. But you know what? If he was going to make a move, I would tell you right off the bat. I thought it was kind of funny. So apparently both girls love Yuusha as a man and as something else. Like plain and simple. So it's also a harem? What? Yeah, toward the end of the episode, during a feast between Yuusha, Mao, and the nun and everyone else, we see the nun and Mao giving Yuusha boobage. And that's where the episode ends. As for final thoughts, well, first of all, what's going to happen now that the church has made a pact with the Azeroth demons, promising them land if, everything goes as planned, and then the church gets a hold of Mao's guns? Why did Mao make guns to begin with? What was the point in that? I really don't know. And moving on past that, what about the Mage? This Mage that we were just fully introduced to, I mean, now we know that she's a demon or something else. What is this something else if she's not a demon? And what's her name? Can we just name these characters? We don't even know what the real name of the nun is. That kind of pisses me off. But again, that ends it for my final thoughts. As per my rating, 4 out of 5. I'm giving this a 4 out of 5 because I love this episode. I did. It was kind of fast-paced and a lot of cutscenes. You noticed that, right? You're in Iron Country, then you're in Winter Country, then you're in the Demon World. You're jumping around, just headache. But you know what? I love this episode. So again, final rating, 4 out of 5. And again, guys, that ends it for my walkthrough and review of Maoyuu Maou Yuusha episode 12. But definitely comment down below, let me know, thumbs up, thumbs down. Definitely subscribe, check me out on Twitter, and follow me if you like. But let me know what you thought of this episode, and let me know if things gonna happen in the next episode that's coming out. But again, guys, that ends it for now, and I gotta hit the bricks and I gotta go. And before I go, I gotta say it, and I always say it: you can't stop the access, but you can watch the feed. I'll see you later, guys.